We're here to teach you how to name and identify an alkane. Alkanes are a part in the hydrocarbon family. They are molecules that consist only of carbon and hydrogen atoms and contain only single bonds. When naming alkanes, there's a method used to name the organic compound, known as the IUPAC rules, devised by the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. Using the IUPAC rules involves identifying an alkane's parent chain. Here's an example of pentane. You're going to find the parent chain, which is the longest continuous chain of carbon atoms in the molecule. And then you're going to identify the number of carbons. Here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to look at this chart and look under number of carbon atoms, which is 5, with the prefix pent. And you're going to add ane, so it's going to become pentane.
So that was an example of pentane. So now we're gonna do another one. So we have another alkane here, and the first thing we're gonna do is count the carbon, find the carbon chain and count that. So we have 1, 2, 3. So if we go to our table to show 3 has propane, or prop, and then the suffix will be ane because it's an alkane, and then after that you find out that that's propane. So propane is something we use every day. It's the fuel that we use to fill up or to start our barbecue. So now we're gonna learn how to name alkanes that have an alkyl group, which is this one right here. That's a group of atoms that is going to be attached to the parent chain but isn't necessarily a part of the parent chain. So we're going to use the same rules as before. The first step is we're going to identify the parent chain. So you want to find the longest continuous chain of carbons. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 instead of 1, 2, 3, or you could also do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As long as you get the largest number, it doesn't matter because it's going to be on the same carbon either way, if we do it this way or if we do it this way. So when you're naming a alkane that has an alkyl group on it, like this one, you determine where carbon number 1 is by looking at the end that is closest to the alkyl group. So, which is going to be, for this one, it will be on this side because that would be 1, 2. If you start from here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to go with the number that's lower. So it's going to be on this side. Okay, so we've established the parent chain that has 5 carbons. So that is going to be pentane, but we do need to name our alkyl groups. So we only have one here that's coming off of carbon 2. And we name our alkyl groups with another table. And so this one is going to see, so we saw that we had the CH3, so that alkyl group is going to be called methyl. So the way that we name this is we have to put the position of the alkyl group, and so that you count where it's off of, which is going to be 1, 2, so it's coming off of carbon 2, and then it's named methyl. So you're going to write it like this. So you do a 2, a dash, from numbers to letters, you put a dash. So 2 methyl, because that's the name of the alkyl group, and pentane.
All right, here's going to be another example. First of all, step 1, you're going to find the longest chain of carbons. So you can either do 1, 2, 3, 4, or you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, but this looks like it's going to be the easiest. And then we got 2 alkyl groups here. So first of all, we're going to name the parent chain, which is, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then according to our chart, number of carbons 4 here, it's going to be bute, so it's going to be butane. And then when we name the alkyl groups, we got carbon number 2 is an ethyl. We have CH2 and CH3, which is shown on this chart right here. And then our second alkyl group is going to be CH3, which is methyl. So when naming this molecule, you're going to get 2-ethyl, because this is off, the alkyl group is going to be off of the second carbon, 3-methyl, the third carbon with a methyl alkyl group, butane, because we have 4 carbons in the chain, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're always going to put dashes between the numbers and letters, and you're always going to put in an alphabetical order, which is going to be E comes before M. So you're going to get 2-ethyl dash 3-methyl butane. So that's how you name alkanes. Thanks for listening.